Everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2, Episode 30 with me, Sid, and I've moved on a little bit from where we were. We were kind of back there, and I've moved on. I picked up a little tiny bit more Terra Preta. I was heading for this thing on the map, which looked suspiciously like it could be a ruin. It's not. So, I mean, just to say that the map itself is not always the best thing out there for finding the ruins and the bit, you can see things that could potentially be ruins. Don't know why I'm picking that up. It's not like I'm desperate for sticks, but then you find something that isn't. It is getting on in the day, and we are still out and about explorifying various areas, and of course I'm back in my single player world, which means I have to remember that I am not the tank that I think I am, because in the server world I'm definitely tanking more than I am here. In fact, I actually ended up with an encounter on the server with a pack of wolves and bears. There were 2 bears, and there were 17 wolves, and I came out of it alive with a great deal of meat and hide, and I don't think I could even come close to achieving anything even similar to that on my single player. I don't think I'm even close to that level of tankiness. So, important lessons to learn is you're not always as tough as you think you are. And we are going to sleep shortly. I'm just going to move myself along just a little bit, just to see if we can't find anything else of interest over this way. And what by interest I mean, interesting that doesn't want to eat me. Thought I heard something then, but clearly I didn't. So we are continuing towards now. 7 o'clock is too early because I've only got 9.5 hours, so I really would like this to be a little bit later. And again, I'm kind of saying this in all of this series of videos that are coming out in the early new year. I am kind of trying to change up my recording style somewhat to be recording shorter videos and a slightly less diverse range of games, that is largely just to try and change things up for me, for playing and recording. As you will know if you watch me, I am a full-time employee. I have a day job. There's no way that YouTube would support me as a career, and to be honest, I don't think I'd actually want to be a full-time YouTuber. I just see too many grumbles from people going, "Oh, YouTube have ruined my livelihood because they changed the algorithm," and it's like, well, yeah, I'm not paying anything for it, so this is a privilege to be able to earn a little bit of cash off of YouTube. It's not a right. So anyway, we are out here looking for more stuff. It is about 8 o'clock. Is that early enough? I'm going to try it, I think. Well, quickly, I'm just kind of munching all of the munchables in my inventory, because I think we'll be able to forage reasonably well, and while we're out and about we can explore, find some new stuff, and get some things in there. So I am going to continue from here. Down to the south of us is that ruin. I do want to pop down there. because I just want to refresh my memory as to what actually was guarding it, and I've got a feeling it was a corrupt locust. Not 100% certain, but by eating everything that I can eat that's in my inventory, gives me a much better chance of being able to carry stuff should I find anything I want down there. So I'm going to head down that direction, and I will bring you back when I get either attacked by something, if I can hit record fast enough without dying, because needless to say, the staying alive bit is probably the more important of the two out of staying alive or recording a video clip. And yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Alright, well, this is the ruin. There's the trader that we had over there, and I can't remember, did I mark? I don't know what the trader is, so we might as well go and see them while we're at it and add their profession to their map marker before we go over to the ruin. Now, I know there was locusty things of some description in there, and I have heard a wolf howl, although I don't think, famous last words, it was in this direction. It didn't sound like it. I could do with a bit of timber actually to cook up these 11 bushmeat that I've got from, I think that was a wolf as well. And I think, although I'm not 100% certain, that is an interesting looking cave. No, I can't do those because they're chiseled. If they are firewood, you can often think this tent is brilliant. Now you, sir, what are you? You are oh, hello, yes. You are the important one, aren't you? A blackguard chorus, but I'm not sure. I think I'm probably better aiming to just get the thing I can afford, a blackguard chorus. That's not actually an issue, although I don't think I brought it with me. I don't think you've got anything I actually want to buy, but at least now we can mark you as what you are. Oops. And I remember now that everybody was saying this was a really good find, because this guy can give us a quest to find the archives. So yeah, good find. I think I've probably covered all of the bits on around here. Now obviously this has got a source of meteoric iron as well, and there's actually a fruit tree there. And I know I didn't proceed too far in because I saw, well, actually I found this, I think it must have been day 1 or day 2. And we saw it's got 2 fruit trees. Okay, excellent. Well, if they ever fruit and grow, then we might get in there. But I'm pretty certain it was a corrupt locust that we saw. I just can't remember for definite, but this is it's an impressive structure. I mean, this is a case of well done, better ruins. It's also a case of I will be running away very fast if I was right about that locust thing. But I think I went up this side last time, so we can go up and see what we can see. If I can not throw myself off the edge. I mean, there's clearly some pipe and stuff up there. I don't think there was much. I mean, I suppose I can always just leg it, can't I? Legging it is a perfectly Oh, that's an inactive locust nest. Right, it's gone now. That one just had some bone meal in it. That was actually, I didn't realise that was inactive. I'm going to break that. I'm going to break that just so we know it's not got anything in it that we want. Don't think any of those are particularly useful to me, or that. Although if I was on the server, I would be squirreling this stuff away because I've kind of becoming a bit of a junk hound. And I mean, there is a good reason for me being a bit of a junk hound, but I'm still not seeing anything overly terrifying. Do need to get back down again, don't I? That's going to be entertaining. Or is it? No, it's going to be easy. Let's go and try another one of these points that I can stand on. Don't want to go digging around yet, but I do want to explore some of these. This one looks interesting. Don't think I can explore it from that angle though. And I'm listening for that little buzzing sound that locusts make, because that'll be my clue to leg it. Because, and we can keep saying this, I'm not as tough as I think I am. So some of this may drop. Not seeing any. That's rye grain. It's a crate of rot, which these are actually really nice decorations, but they're just not. Oh, I'm going to have to come back for you, aren't I? And for you, I might as well just put these back down, because we haven't got the space for them anyway, even if I wanted them. Wow. Bunch of candles, as opposed to a bunch of candles, which is the correct way to spell it. Right. Anything... I'm really, as you can probably tell, I'm actually quite paranoid. And that is because as a player, I'm not a player that enjoys or thinks that, accepting unnecessary dying is an acceptable technique. I think we should attempt to avoid expiration as much as possible. Doesn't sound that close, but there's a bit of me that's going, it sounds close enough. I'm just not entirely sure how we get up. I mean, look at all this. I can't even. Those pipes, they would be so handy. Look at all that meteoric iron actually embedded in the structure. But I've not still seen that thing. Whether there's anything worthwhile on these, I don't know. I'm just going to keep skirting around and being a little bit overly cautious, as is my way. Yeah, the moment I can break this, which I do need iron for that, then I'll be back. I just don't know whether it's worth even Well, yeah. We're here. We should at least try and get some feeling for what's going on here. Hup. And the answer to that on this point is nothing. There's nothing here that I can actually take advantage of. Now, I'm fairly certain that there's a lot going on in that central mass. Can't see anything there. Can't see anything on that one. Some good resources, though. You could knock this down, and obviously the obsidian. Is that the obsidian? I think it's obsidian. Look, oh, damn. That was not the right move. Yeah, that was definitely not the right move. Okay, I'm going to have to sit there and try. Can't see where that wolf is, which should make me nervous. I think we can do that. Obsidian rock requires copper tools. And then of course, there is this stuff which requires iron tools to break. I can't get even close to that right now. Okay, we're going to quickly scuttle around here. To see if there is obviously any way in. I'm not seeing one. No, I think this is going to be a climbing. I'm going to need blocks. We're going to need to do a climbing trick on that, I think. I don't think there's any quick or easy way in that space. But still, it is a very impressive structure. In fact, I'm going to go over this way, and just in case I don't come up with anything better, and I think it's going to be difficult to imagine anything much better than this, I am going to mega screen. Oh, no, it's not F2. You can tell when I jump from Minecraft to Vintage Story and back again, my ability to remember keys goes completely out the window. Now, in terms of where I want to go next, because again, I'm not in any danger, I can port back at any time. I think I'm going to head over to here and see what's up this direction. There's some I think is a trader, so we'll mark that. And well, I'll be back in a mo. I've just finished cooking up the food, and look who's over there with their cub. We'll leave them alone. We don't need to kill them at all. So I think they will be the bigger man, or the bigger serif, or whatever we're called, and we'll not go in for a wolfy side, you know, because he's got a mummy, and that would be cruel of us, really, wouldn't it, to go around just needlessly killing. That is quartz, so I've also added this mod, which allows me to, oh yeah, and a daddy. So that was a good call. If we'd have gone there, we would have potentially bit off, if pardon the pun, more than we can chew. They wouldn't. They would have been able to chew me quite adequately, I'm sure. Anyway, we are going to head. I noticed that there's structures in both directions, and it then becomes a decision about which direction to go for, and I will show you what I mean on the map in a moment. Just once I've got over to this little island here. I've not built a raft in this world because the water mass, this is the default settings, and it's not as watery, I think is the best way of describing it. But we are here, and I notice that there's a trader to the south, and there is a structure there which looks like a ruin. There's a structure there which looks suspiciously like a ruin. There's something going on down here, but it may not be. It might just be a hole in the ground. As we've already seen, ruins aren't necessarily what we think they are on the maps. So we've kind of expanded this area out. I mean, that could be something. That could be a ruin. I'm not so keen on wandering into woodland areas like that. That could be a ruin, which is why I'm kind of coming up here, and then we're going to go and skirt around. That definitely is a ruin, and that is a trader, I'm positive. So we're going to just basically head over there, avoiding that family of wolves. Oh wow, that's actually that's a plateau, isn't it? Interesting. Again, that woodland, not necessarily the best place to go. Two wolves I could, well, I have coped with, but with the armour we have, I'd rather not have to cope with it again. And that might actually be 3 wolves, because I'm not sure whether that's a third. Some of these wolf packs can be huge, so yeah, important lessons all around there. But I think that is a ruin, so we'll go and investigate that first, and then we'll head over to that trader. And I may actually then cut this exploration short. We're more or less out of inventory space. I've got like 3 holes. This stuff I could throw, but we were at about 18 minutes at the end of the last clip, so I am fervently trying to strenuously keep myself to this 30-minute or thereabouts, 30 to 40, shall we say. And then we'll not go any further. 30 to 40. 40 is your max. You know, it's going to be 45, and then it'll be 50. Yeah. All right, that's just how I roll, though, isn't it? So let's have a look at this one. I don't think there's anything. It's not a big ruin. It's potentially not going to have any significant stuff in it, but it has got more than other ruins, so that's always good. You've got a food vessel there. Some rubble stopping me getting in that way. I don't really want to pick that up, but we've got metal spikes, always fun. More metal spikes. And road, of course, which potentially could be of interest. I mean, not really seeing a huge amount there. I've got a bit of scrap metal, some rubble, bony soil. We'll definitely go for that though, and I may just go for the road. Wow, this is bony soil central. Hello. This is, oh wow, this is massive. This is totally worth it, because with all of this lot we can sift. Of course, with some of the mods I've added, we can also use the sifting thing, which we have on the server, which you won't have seen yet, but I will be doing shortly, because I want to utilise that from the useful stuff. This is the sluice ramp, this thing here. So basically you can put them in. Now we'll not go into that right now because that's obviously a future thing on a different, well, on this playthrough and on a different playthrough. So, but I definitely need, I need to get rid of something. Bye-bye. Let's have all the stuff, and I'm probably going to have the path blocks as well, just because. Why wouldn't we? Let's have a look. What can I get rid of to pick up the path blocks? Not that. That, perhaps. Don't know how much of this there will be, but there will be some. So we might as well have it. Because I'm going to be getting close to returning to our base shortly anyway, so I think working in this kind of direction makes sense. Probably get that food vessel as well. Maybe I won't. Hang on. Hup. 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 Oh wow, there's actually quite a bit over there, isn't there? So we've got food. What did we have? Did we have anything up here at all? Just metal parts, which I don't think I've picked up any of coming along. What shall we lose? What? Oh, don't remember getting that. We can lose the firewood. I don't need you. For starters, I don't think there's anything else up here. Let's go back down and have a look over here, because there's definitely you, which I want, and I will sacrifice metal scraps. I've got quite a few. Farming, food. Food is almost certainly going to be, let's just munch this down, shall we? Farming is probably going to be string, which I do want. Hang on. Let's throw that on the ground for a second. Let's get our chest open. Have I got any? I've already got string in there, so I can grab that. It's an ingredient you can use. Oh, so I could do that. Okay. I mean, it doesn't help me significantly. Like so. Then we can throw you on the ground. We can grab the string, because until we get flax crops in, we ain't going nowhere with that. And we can throw that in, and maybe that in as well. That gives me 2 more slots. We've got a whole load of terra preta. I'm really happy with that. And then we just need to go back. Still got a little bit of space, so there's still this one here, which is food. And it's more of the same. Excellent. So we can throw you. We can pick you up. Pick you up like that. And then we're going to head over to find this trader who is up there, I think. Yeah, he is. Hi, Mr. Piggy. Whoa, hello, Piggy. I'm not going to be able to carry it. My inventory is a pigsty as usual, and that's when you find a grave. Of course it is. More gears. Limonite. 6. That's 90 units of limonite. Not enough to make an ingot, I don't think. But right, I am going to have to make a decision here, aren't I? Those I can reclaim. The copper torque can stay. In fact, we'll just mark this. That way I know it's there. There's something up that way as well, I think. Is there? Oh. Definitely there. There's another ruin. I think that might be a ruin, a very small one. But it's getting... Yeah, let's do this, trader. We can always come back up this way, we know. Although that's going to be a pain to get up. Not even sure how. Probably there, up this cliff. Maybe like this. So we need to have that, and then we can jump over to this, which is just easier. Which will get me up to there. That will... Good grief. Again, this is just my kind of pre-programmed choice of keys and inventory slots that have come from years of playing Minecraft, which doesn't quite fit. Wow, there is definitely a ruin, and there is definitely a thing that we should be able to see. This is quite the thing. I love these Okay, what have you got? You are the building materials merchant. So that's actually really handy, because things like matting, wallpaper and stuff might be stuff I want in the future. And they buy bricks. So, okay. Let's put you in here. You are building materials. I mean, you're a long way from home. But while we're up here then, let's just see what we can see, shall we? So I think that is probably just that. That's one of those roads. It's not a great ruin, but you know, it's reasonable. And then, yeah, I must remember this, because this is just using support beams. Very tempted to borrow this. This chiseling. I'm very tempted to borrow that as a design. At some point, it'll come in handy. Right, we've got this bit here. This ruin, which we'll go and we'll have a little fertile in, and then we'll check our map a little bit further. I mean, this is just a bridge, isn't it? So I can't imagine there being a great deal of loot around it, although it's probably got some buried. probably under it rather than food vessel. Oh, hello. And that's forage. Let's see what there's in them. It's fire clay and sticks and stones. If it was any other playthrough then, or previous playthroughs, then that would have been probably more valuable, but then that's just flax grains. It's not really worth it. They're not particularly good eating, but yeah, so that's we'll mark you as with red just to say we've done it. I mean, obviously it helps if you actually set that as a thing. What is that? It's a cute little bunny rabbit. So I think we are going to call this here, and we are going to head home, because we have a lot of stuff and we need to sort it all out. So it'll take me a quick moment just to sort this out into something useful. Let me throw myself together, and again I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, we're back. We are sorted largely. I don't think I need to put any more vessels down here, do I? Because I think I made them all. Yeah, so that can be something we put, well, somewhere else, you know. Let's get technical here. Something we put somewhere else. And we do need to decorate more than this room. But for now, that can go there because it's a reasonable chunk. That can go there. I've got a lot of gears and a lot of temporal gears. So if I ever find a teleposer that's close by, then maybe I need to I don't think I have found one close by anyway. There's that one, translocator, so we could open that up. I think we know how to do that, he says loosely. Anyway, we have got a little bit of ore material just to put away, but on that note, I think that will be this episode. Next episode, we're going to try and get the rest of the crops planted. The obedience on these things definitely goes down, so that is a thing we need to be aware of. That isn't going to be enough. That is literally only 90 units of limonite, which will not make an ingot of, well, not make a single ingot of iron. So we definitely need more. But on that note, thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.